Hi, I'm Rob with NiX, and I'm here to tell you about how you can easily integrate NiX into your existing data channels to improve the quality of your customer data, streamline processing of customer data requests, incorporate customer preferences into your data flows, enhance transparency and trust, and more. Every day, businesses are capturing more data from and about their customers while discovering new ways to use data to personalize offerings, improve customer experience, market with greater precision, and drive business expansion. To accomplish this, data is typically stored and processed by a number of systems, each with a specific purpose. These systems may be hosted on-premise, deployed to a cloud provider, consumed as a subscription service, or assembled via a mix of these categories. They may be managed and operated by experts in different groups, but in order for the organization as a whole to operate effectively, data must be replicated, transformed, enriched, and derived in flows between these systems. While some companies may manage this through in-house scripting, many enterprises turn to tools like enterprise service buses or extract, transform, and load software suites to manage their data flows. Some businesses are even using these tools to execute core business logic and expose services through web APIs. This works, but there are some opportunities for improvement. You know that data is replicated, but how do you know that the data is accurate? You can verify that the flows are in place, but how do you know where your data is now and whom it's about? Can you quickly respond to requests from your customers about their data? Have you ensured your customers' data rights over their data and allowed them to express their preferences on how the data is used? How do you know that marketing has all of the data that the customer allows and knows the customer's preferences? NiX is designed to help businesses answer these questions by bringing your customers into this process through simple integration and clever automation so that they can see the information you have, make requests and corrections, and supply their own data and preferences. As a concrete example, we'll look at integrating NiX into a flow that replicates data between Salesforce and HubSpot using the MuleSoft Enterprise Service Bus. Here is the integration before adding NiX. It was constructed using simple drag-and-drop components with minimal configuration in order to create, update, and delete contacts in HubSpot based on similar changes in MuleSoft. To add NiX, drag-and-drop components from the NiX connector are inserted into each flow. These check whether or not the customer has opted into inbound marketing before replicating data, or removing data if they have opted out. Replicated data is also tracked by NiX. Last, a new endpoint is created which can be triggered by webhooks from NiX to replicate or remove data on demand when customers change their preferences. To demonstrate this in action, our customer Barry will create an account in our e-commerce system. Barry opts into a few preferences, including marketing, when signing up, and provides his contact information. As a customer service representative logged into Salesforce, we can refresh the contacts list and see that Barry's data has been replicated from the e-commerce system through NiX. You can learn more about how this works in another video. As a marketing analyst, let's log into HubSpot. The MuleSoft integration that we configured will see this new contact, and because Barry opted into our marketing preference, we'll replicate the contact to HubSpot. Let's see what happens if Barry changes his preferences. He could specify this through the e-commerce website, but in this case, we'll let Barry log into the optional NiX customer dashboard, where he can see an overview of his data and preferences and make requests and changes. Barry opts out of the marketing preference and his data is removed from HubSpot. This is achieved through a webhook from NiX triggering the flow we created in MuleSoft. While logged into the dashboard, Barry notices that his address is out of date, so he makes a request to update it. While it's possible to allow NiX to handle these requests in a completely automated manner, in this example, a customer service representative will log into the NiX administrative dashboard and approve the request. This will update Barry's data in Salesforce, but because Barry opted out of our marketing preference, his data will not be replicated to HubSpot. What if Barry later changes his mind about marketing? NiX will use MuleSoft to once again replicate Barry's updated address to HubSpot. So what else can you do with NiX? As an administrator, NiX gives you a central view over all of the customer data across all of your systems. This data is encrypted end-to-end through NiX and is only decrypted at your services and in the browser for your administrators and the customer. Not even NiX can see your data. NiX's flexible schemas can represent nearly any kind of data, with automation per field and operation, and permissions per field and administrator or API key. And our preference rules can be used to govern automated encrypted sharing of data with third parties and other services when your customers give consent to do so. Finally, NiX keeps a log of all activity for your analytics and auditing purposes. If you're interested in learning more, we have additional demonstrations of how NiX can be integrated into larger and more complex use cases. Please reach out to us to learn more about how NiX will help you build better relationships with your customers around their data and get consented protected access to the accurate data that you need. Thank you.